No, I got this.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm Landon, and this is David, and we're Chaffee Hoops. We're back. We've been gone for about a month, but hopefully we'll get back on that train, and we'll give you weekly content.
So today we're going to be reacting to the NBA draft and how we think they will fit with each team. So with the first pick, the Minnesota Timberwolves selected Anthony Edwards, and if you're going by fit, this is the best pick this is the best pick for them.
Yeah, Minnesota lacks defense, with their two best players being D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns, and that's something that Anthony Edwards can bring to this team.
Right. But if they were going by talent, in my opinion, they should have picked LaMelo Ball, and I would say the same thing for the Golden State Warriors, who selected James Wiseman, who fits really well with them. He can be a rim running big for them.
Mm-hmm. James Wiseman also, if they develop him, he can just be a great center for their team.
Right. So with the third pick, the Charlotte Hornets selected LaMelo Ball, the younger brother of Lonzo Ball. He is the best fit for that team. He's also the best talent in the draft, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. He's very good, and he'll be good. He'll be a good rookie.
I think so.
And he'll be good for that team, and he'll probably be their star. Would you say?
Well, yeah. He has the capabilities of being a star.
Will he start? He'll start over Devontae, probably.
I think they'll have a 2-guard lineup or a 3-guard lineup with Scary Terry, Devontae Graham, and LaMelo.
And then we also just heard out with free agency that Gordon Hayward's going to Charlotte, so that will be interesting to say the least. I don't know what to think about that, honestly. We'll just have to see how it works out.
Mm-hmm. With the fourth pick, the Chicago Bulls selected Patrick Williams. In my opinion, this is a reach.
It's a waste of a pick.
I don't think it's a waste of a pick.
Well, when you could have traded down.
That's true. But I feel like he could be almost like a Paul Millsap, how he is right now. That could be his good fit. I feel like that's what he most likely will be.
Yeah.
And I feel like
he won't go more than that.
Right. I feel like his ceiling is an all-star or two. I feel like if they get that, that's a good pick for them. But I feel like they could have gotten him way lower.
Mm-hmm.
With the fifth pick, the Cleveland Cavaliers selected Isaac Okoro. He, in my opinion, he either becomes like a Kawhi Leonard or he becomes like a Stanley Johnson, who made defenses one-dimensional, or he actually developed his offense. Yeah. I feel like he's going to be a project that the Cavaliers will have to develop. I feel like they have the time to do that, though.
Yeah. And that's definitely the position they needed, too. They didn't really have a good small forward.
Right.
And he'll be a good fit.
Mm-hmm. With the sixth pick, the Atlanta Hawks selected Onyeka Okongwu, the fourth member of the Chino Hills team of 2016.
I like this pick. It's he's gonna be a good fit. He's gonna come off the bench.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be coming off after Clint Capella.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be really good, and I think he'll just develop, and that Hawks team is gonna be a young force.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of comparisons to Bam Adebayo. I feel like that could be something he is, but I feel like he won't develop all the way there.
Yeah.
It's hard to compare to a person who still isn't fully developed. So I feel like Okongwu is going to be a good player in this league, but I don't know if it's the perfect fit with the Hawks, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next two picks, Detroit, Killian Hayes.
And eighth with Obi Toppin.
Yeah, not much to say about those.
Right. With the ninth pick, the Washington Wizards selected Denny Avdia. In my opinion, he should have been picked before. I know there's been a lot of controversy with picking European players. Some are busts, some are...
And you get sometimes Luka. So.
Right. Yeah. So, in my opinion, he's just a Luka that scores probably 75% as much as Luka. So I feel like he could have been picked higher. I'm really high on him. But
still a great playmaker.
Right, but I know the first 8 teams were probably not as high on him as Washington was.
Yeah.
And with the 10th pick, it's the exact opposite. The Phoenix Suns selected Jalen Smith. I thought he would go 14 to 18, so he is picked in a reach, in my opinion. but I think it's a good fit with them. He could end up developing into like a Miles Turner type player who can just be a really good fit with his team. And 11 through 13, the Spurs selected Devin Vassell. The 12th pick, the Sacramento Kings selected Tyrese Halliburton. And the 13th pick, the Pelicans chose Kira Lewis Jr. But with the 14th pick, the Boston Celtics selected Aaron Nesmith, which I think is a good shooting pick for them.
Best shooter in the draft.
Right. He shot the lights out of Vandy. I really think he's going to be a good fit with them. You can never have enough shooters on a good team.
Mm-hmm. Especially that's what Boston needed. They need spacing, and that's what they're getting.
Right. With the 15th pick, Cole Anthony was selected by the Orlando Magic.
That'll be interesting. Especially I want to see what they do with Cole Anthony and Markelle Fultz, whether or not they bench Cole Anthony or bench Markelle Fultz.
Yeah.
I think it'll kind of just be a kind of a game-to-game thing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's like whoever was playing better.
Right. Cole Anthony played amazing in high school. He was probably like a top 10 projected pick in high school. But I think
his hair.
Oh yeah, his hair is amazing. But he dropped down to 15, probably because he didn't play well in college. UNC wasn't a good fit for him. No. He's probably, if you look at the draft, you don't see any UNC players, and that's pretty surprising for a draft. So I think he'll break out of that college slump, and he'll play well for the Orlando Magic. So later on, Minnesota selected Aleksev Kuczewski for the 17th pick.
Tall, skinny boy.
Oh yeah, 7 foot, 190 pounds, point guard.
I just learned that he was 190 pounds today, and that just amazes me.
Yeah, so he needs to develop, and I feel like Minnesota is gonna have to develop a lot of time into him so he can be a good player. He's gonna be. I feel like he doesn't have like a super high ceiling.
I feel like he's either gonna be like a really good role player, almost like Tomas Satoransky.
Yeah, so he could be just like more
like a better
explosive Tomas Satoransky.
Yeah, better Tomas.
Yeah, or he'll just like be a bust and never get developed.
Yeah,
so,
or he'll just be.
So he's a project for sure. And with the 24th pick, the Denver Nuggets selected R.J. Hampton. At the start of the season, he was projected to be top 5 pick, but in the NBL in Australia, he just lowered his draft stock a lot. So I hope he gets out of that college / Australian Pro League slump like Cole Anthony. So I'm banking on those two guys being pretty good in the NBA.
I also don't feel like he doesn't really exceed like crazily at one thing.
Right.
Whereas I feel like that's kind of Denver. Like I feel like Denver's not really good at just one solid thing.
Right. I feel like they're average at everything, and that makes them good somehow.
That makes them a good team.
Yeah. So I feel like one thing I like about Cole Anthony more than RJ Hampton is that like Cole Anthony can shoot the lights out, but sometimes he just doesn't like know when to shoot it.
Yeah. And sometimes he's just not hot too, but.
Right. And with the 26th pick, Boston selected Payton Pritchard. I really like his passion, his 3-point shooting. I feel like he'll be a good pick in that draft. But
and you compare him to.
I compare his heart to Marcus Smart for sure.
Yeah, which is, I mean, obviously the Celtics like that.
They like that. I think, especially with Brad Stevens as the coach and they have good trainers, Boston will develop him to be a dog in the NBA.
And then lastly,
we have to talk about the Indiana Pacers. So they selected Kaisha Stanley with the 54th pick. I really like the pick. I feel like he won't be better than like a really good role player, but he can be just like a more explosive Jakar Sampson.
Yeah, which I mean, for non-Pacer fans, you probably don't even know who that is. But
yeah. So he's just like a 6'8" power forward who rebounds. He just does all the dirty work for our team.
It's just, I mean, he's really good at. Has a good like vertical.
Right.
Which I mean.
Kaisha Stanley with the 44-inch vertical, that could be really good for the Pacers. Do you have any like crazy takeaways from the draft other than that?
Not really. I mean, overall, I'd say it's a pretty boring draft.
Yeah, we expected.
Like, there were no trades on draft night, right?
There were no trades in the lottery.
Draft.
There were no trades in the lottery.
No trades in the lottery.
So I feel like everybody was expecting trades out of the first pick, second pick, third pick, and fourth pick, and they just didn't get that.
And like no one, like Warriors, if it was another draft, they could have traded it and probably use that really well and like to get a way better team. But like they just were stuck with the second pick. And not to say that James Wiseman isn't good for their team, but like
it's hard
if that was a different draft, they could have attached a pick to that, but no one wanted that second pick.
Right. It's just hard for a rookie to contribute on a good team like that.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you guys for watching. Next week it'll probably be halfway through the trade season slash free agency season. So we're probably gonna do like a midway reaction to all that stuff. And yeah, I don't know. Give us any ideas you have for challenges to do, punishments that we could do if one of us lose the challenge. And yeah, so just subscribe, hit that like button, and comment on the video. See you next time.
See ya!